I like big dividends, and I cannot lie. Costco just announced that they will be paying a gigantic special $10 dividend to all shareholders of record on December 2nd. Now, should you buy Costco just for that $10 dividend, get paid, and then quickly sell out? That's what we're going to be discussing here today. The only thing that pays better dividends than Costco is you hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us grow together, really helps out the channel, and is the best way that you can show support and encourage me to make more videos. So a company like Costco is everything I would look for in a stock. It has growing revenues year after year. It has a great balance sheet. It has shown that it can survive in recession. Heck, they are actually doing even better in these recessionary times than during normal times. The company is thriving at the chance of people running out and stockpiling on toilet paper. If you want a more in-depth analysis on Costco, be sure to check out the video I made on them earlier this year where I cover all the ins and outs. Now, let's take a quick look at their latest earnings report to see how they are currently doing. The company in fiscal year 20 brought in $167 billion. That's considerably better than what they brought in just 5 years ago at $116 billion. Net income, which is the money that they actually get to take home, was $4 billion, and that's 2 times where they were 5 years ago at $2.4 billion. I mean, to me, that's just amazing because a company as big as Costco has almost doubled their profits in just 5 years. Costco has 795 warehouses across the world, with the bulk 552 of those coming in the United States. Remember, just to get into a Costco, you must display a membership card, which runs from $60 to $120 a year, depending on the level of membership. This is basically locked-in profits for Costco, a recurring expense someone is comfortable paying, just like a utility bill or a rent bill that's due every month. Now, Costco has 105 million members and an amazing 91% renewal rate. It's like they have their own little country of Costco shoppers. So once they get a customer, they are likely to be shopping at Costco for a really long time. That's $3.5 billion locked in each year in membership fees. And it's no wonder people keep coming back to Costco. They're constantly rotating their food products that they sell every few months. So every time you go to the store, you never know what you're gonna get. They have a wide variety of electronics they sell. They have apparel, they sell jewelry, they have wine, bakery, meat, seafood. They have a pharmacy, an optical center. They sell gas for really cheap, by the way. They have their own car wash, and they also do tire and car maintenance. They also have e-commerce, they have a whole traveling section, and they also have a food court and so much more. I feel like everything I just described is like a mall. It's actually would have been easier for me to list what they are not involved in. So now we understand why people love Costco and get super excited every time a new one is opening up near them. Personally, I feel like every time I go, it's so hard to find a parking spot, and the parking lot is huge. When looking at their balance sheet, Costco has $13.3 billion in cash and cash equivalents, more than enough to easily pay off their long-term debt of $7.6 billion. You know Costco's board of directors thought long and hard about the special dividend. They wouldn't be paying out such a large amount in dividends if they couldn't afford it, or if the company wasn't in great financial shape. So take that for what it's worth. To me, this personally seems like a great move by this company. It shows that they're resilient and can afford to be paying out this dividend, and that the company is in good shape. So Costco continues to post an impressive 25% return on equity year after year. This means the company is doing a great job generating money with shareholders' investment. Now, the super exciting part, of course, is their dividends. Costco first started paying dividends in 2004, and they haven't missed a quarterly payment since. They boast an impressive compound annual growth rate of 13% and a 5-year growth rate of 14.5%. Usually I consider anything over 7% really good, so to be able to do double that is absolutely incredible. And even with all that dividend growth, the company only pays out around 29% of their earnings to shareholders. That means they have plenty of room to continue to grow their business. Now, as for would I buy the company just for this giant $10 special dividend? And the answer to that is absolutely not. I would want to buy a company for everything that I said preceding this. The company has a great business model, the financials look spectacular, and they have a continued history of rewarding us shareholders. It would be silly just to buy for the special dividend. When a company pays out dividends, this isn't free money. Costco will be giving out $4.4 billion out of their balance sheet, which means the company is now essentially worth $4.4 billion less. And this will be reflected in the stock price. The stock price will be subtracted by the amount of the dividend once the ex-dividend date passes here on December the 2nd. So good luck trying to do anything in the short-term trading. Now, yes, the stock price will probably eventually recover. This isn't the first time that Costco has paid out special dividends. They actually paid out $7 in May of 2017, $5 in February of 2015, and $7 in December of 2012. So let's take a closer look at this May 2017 special dividend and what the stock price was doing. So on May 5th, this is the ex-dividend date. This is the date that the shareholder needs to hold on to the stock to be receiving that dividend. So they were trading for $182, and then when we returned from the weekend, to nobody's surprise, the stock price dropped $7, which is how much the special dividend was for. It took until December of that year for Costco to return to pre-special dividend levels. So I hope this just shows, once again, there's no such thing as free money. As for me, I'm probably going to be buying Costco. I mean, I want that dividend income, but I'm also going to be buying, stashing, and collecting cash from Costco for years on years to follow because I don't plan on selling my shares anytime soon. I may also even wait till after their ex-dividend date because I know I'm going to be getting it at a cheaper price. Now, I know people are going to be saying, hey, Warren Buffett recently just sold out of his Costco or Berkshire's Costco position, and that means Costco is absolute trash. I guess the holidays are canceled. It's time to cancel my Costco membership. Where's my Costco branded scissors? I'm going to cut my card in half. I think this just re-emphasizes why it's so important to do your own due diligence. Warren Buffett's investing goals at age 90 and being worth almost $100 billion is probably just slightly a different scenario than you. Buffett held Costco for almost 20 years. There's plenty of videos about him talking about how great of a company Costco is and that it has its own economic moat. This hasn't just randomly changed in the past few months. I think 20 years of holding a stock definitely counts as long-term investing. At some point, you just have to collect profits, which Buffett certainly did in the time period that he held on to Costco stock. And just because Warren Buffett buys a stock, that doesn't necessarily make it a great company. And vice versa, just because Buffett sells a company doesn't mean it's a bad company. Everyone's gonna have their own preferences and investing goals. But let me know what you think. Is Costco a buy? I know its PE ratio is always super ridiculous, but you gotta pay a premium for top-notch companies. Or let me know what your favorite Costco product or service is. I'm really curious to hear about that. As always, don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. The portfolio just hit $60,000 and it has no plans of slowing down anytime soon. So let's just continue to grow together and make our financial dreams come true.